Señoras y señores, me llamo Małgorzata Śmigiel y soy la directora de Relaciones Internacionales de la Universidad Abad Oliba-CEU. Es un placer darles la bienvenida a este evento de inauguración de nuestra participación en la Alianza Europea EUonAIR. Esperamos que este evento pueda crear un espacio de colaboración, intercambio de conocimiento y networking. Muchas gracias por su presencia. Señoras y señors, em dic Małgorzata Śmigiel i soc la directora de Relacions Internacionals de la Universitat Abad Oliba-CEU. Em complau donar-vos la benvinguda a aquest esdeveniment d'inauguració de la nostra participació a l'Aliança Europea EUonAIR. Esperem que aquesta trobada pugui crear un espai de col·laboració, intercanvi de coneixement i networking. Moltes gràcies per la seva presència. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Małgorzata Śmigiel and I am the Director of the International Relations at Abad Oliba-CEU University. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this kick-off event initiating our participation in the EUonAIR European Alliance. We hope this meeting will create room for collaboration, knowledge transfer and networking. Thank you for joining us. Szanowni Państwo, nazywam się Małgorzata Śmigiel i mam przyjemność reprezentować Uniwersytet Abad Oliba-CEU jako dyrektorka współpracy zagranicznej. Miło mi powitać Państwa na spotkaniu inaugurującym nasz udział w Sojuszu Europejskim EUonAIR. Mamy nadzieję, że uda nam się stworzyć tu przestrzeń do współpracy, transferu wiedzy i networkingu. Dziękujemy, że są Państwo z nami. And now, it's my honor to announce our first speakers. Manuel Shapiro, Director of the European Commission Representation in Barcelona, Sergi Barrera, Director of the European Parliament Office in Barcelona, and Arkady Gwalsala, Rector of Abad Oliba-CEU University. Welcome on stage.
Thank you, Małgorzata. Welcome, everyone. I will only speak English. Otherwise, it might be a bit cumbersome in view of what I need to say to you, to welcome all of you here on our behalf, the European institutions, in the Aula Europa. So, dear Rector, Vice Rector, Managing Director, Directors, colleagues, friends, it's a privilege to have you here for the kickoff of EUonAIR Alliance. I would like to start by congratulating all of you, and more generally the lead, the Kosminski University, but also Abad Oliba and the 10 universities that form the alliance for leading these transformative and ambitious initiatives or alliance aimed at reshaping the future of education across the board, across Europe. As I said to the rector just before, I'm particularly fond of Abad Oliba-CEU University, which kindly invited me as we were exiting Brexit to officially close its academic year. EUonAIR is testament to the collective vision and commitment of integrating artificial intelligence in a responsible, ethical, inclusive, humanistic, and impactful way. And this alliance, like many others, I have to say, is ultimately about promoting EU values, whilst improving the attractiveness and the competitiveness of a European higher education system. So with your decisive contribution, I'm quite sure, of course we're all getting started, but I'm quite sure that EUonAIR will allow for deep institutional, transnational cooperation based on a joined-up long-term vision for enhancing the quality and the accessibility of higher education through the designing and implementing of AI-driven curricula, developing open research, innovation, teaching, as I have seen, through a hybrid and virtual format, also with innovative learning practices such as the virtual immersive campus, also linking up practical solution, especially for the urban ambit, to existing knowledge, which we consider from the European Commission that it is key, also involving and co-creating them with the citizenry, with citizens, equipping students with media literacy skills and beyond media literacy, with all the soft skills that they need to prepare their future and their employability. And this, for us, is key, especially in the current geopolitical context and contest, I would even say, where we need to attract and retain talents here in Europe. So a good way to concretely address the skills gap for both the digital and the green and the fair transition. As President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen emphasized your alliance and in general European university alliances help us bring the European education area into a reality. Catalonia is a case in point with 10 such alliances, stemming from or involving academic institutions from here. It's 10 out of 65 alliances, so it's really quite significant. Now, on the challenges ahead, and I'll finish with this, we're entering, of course, a very crucial implementation phase. And we're entering it, and you're entering it in full swing, even though it's a kickoff meeting. I know you're already hands-on. We hope your and other alliances will play a key role also in setting the path for the development of a European, genuine European degree, which is our ultimate goal, as you know. We're working hard with the member states, alliances, students, higher education, stakeholders on having an investment pathway for post-2027, which is the next multi-financial framework, and to be able to complement Erasmus Plus as a program from which you are benefiting with other EU program, and also combining, blending, having synergy with national and regional funding. In parallel, we've also launched a community of practice for the EU alliances, of which we really hope you will make full use. And now when I'm saying we, it's not just us from the representation of the Commission in Barcelona, it's also DG EAC, the Education and Culture Directorate General in the Commission, with whom we've been in close touch for the preparation of this important event. In less than a month, we'll have the pleasure of a visit of the Executive Vice President for Education, Social Rights, Skills and Quality Jobs, Roxana Minzatu, here in Barcelona. I'll make sure she's acutely aware of the great initiatives, that you're leading. And without further ado, I thank you for your attention, and I think I give the floor directly to my colleague Sergi, who is the head of the European Parliament office here in Barcelona. Thank you.
Moltes gràcies, Manuel. Jo faré ús del multilingüisme i faré la meva intervenció en català, ja que també tenim interpretació. Cònsol general de Polònia, rector, director de la Comissió Europea de Barcelona, senyors i senyors, amigues i amics, bon dia a tothom i sobretot sigueu benvingudes, benvinguts a l'Aula Europa, la seu de les institucions europees a Barcelona. És un veritable honor acollir avui aquest acte de llançament de l'Aliança d'Universitats Europees EUonAIR, una iniciativa que uneix 10 universitats de 8 estats membres de la Unió Europea, totes elles compromeses amb una visió comuna i innovadora per al futur de l'educació superior a Europa. Des d'aquesta Casa d'Europa, on sou, i que representa un punt de trobada entre la Unió Europea, les institucions locals i regionals, els mitjans de comunicació i la societat civil, ens sentim profundament alineats amb la missió que teniu des de EUonAIR. Aquesta aliança no només aposta per la innovació en camps com la intel·ligència artificial, sinó també per la col·laboració transnacional i, sobretot, per una Europa més unida, més forta i més preparada per afrontar els desafiaments globals. Ens fa especial plaer comptar una vegada més amb la presència d'amics i col·laboradors de la Universitat Abat Oliba, amb qui compartim sovint visites d'estudiants aquí mateix en aquesta sala i també reunions a les seves aules. Així que moltes gràcies també per la vostra implicació activa i interès continuat. La iniciativa de les universitats europees, que es va llançar el 2019, no només busca fomentar projectes concrets, sinó transformar l'estructura mateixa de la nostra cooperació. L'objectiu és construir una autèntica integració entre les universitats de tota Europa amb títols conjunts, recerca compartida i una mobilitat acadèmica real. I en aquest sentit, EUonAIR és una aposta decidida per una nova cinquena llibertat europea, una llibertat que connecta coneixement, recerca i persones. Com bé sabeu, vivim en un context internacional que està marcat per crisis globals, riscos per a la seguretat i grans desafiaments econòmics. Però tot i aquestes dificultats, la Unió Europea continua sent un espai de pau, estabilitat i cooperació. I ho veiem en xifres com en el darrer Eurobaròmetre, que es va publicar el 25 de març, on gairebé 3/4 parts de la ciutadania de la Unió Europea, el 74%, consideren que el seu país s'ha beneficiat de la seva pertinença a la Unió Europea. I aquest és el resultat més alt que s'ha registrat des que es va formular aquesta pregunta l'any 1983. I aquesta mateixa enquesta revela que el 89% dels ciutadans de la Unió Europea opinen que els països de la Unió haurien d'estar més units per afrontar els reptes globals actuals. I aquest és un reclam creixent que ja vam veure durant la passada legislatura amb el Brexit, la pandèmia del Covid, la invasió russa d'Ucraïna, la crisi energètica i ara, novament, amb una guerra aranzelària. Per últim, destacar també que aquesta enquesta a Espanya, la ciutadania considera que el tema prioritari on la Unió Europea hauria de tenir un rol més important és en la recerca i l'educació. I en aquest escenari, EUonAIR té un paper fonamental per contribuir en una Europa més connectada, més resilient i millor preparada per afrontar els desafiaments d'avui i de demà. Així, a través de la creació d'un campus virtual europeu especialitzat en intel·ligència artificial, l'enfortiment de xarxes entre universitats, empreses, regions i ciutats i la promoció de mobilitat per a estudiants, professorat i experts. Per acabar, permeteu-me agrair sincerament a tots els que feu possible aquest projecte, als professors, docents, investigadors, representants institucionals i, per descomptat, també als organitzadors d'aquest acte. Gràcies per creure en la força de l'educació i en la capacitat transformadora de la nostra Europa. Moltes gràcies i passo la paraula al rector de la universitat, el senyor Arcadi. Gràcies.
Manuel Zafiro, director de European Commission Representation in Barcelona. Sergi Barrera, director of the Aula Europea in Barcelona. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues, distinguished guests. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome you today at the seat of the European Parliament of the European Commission to this important event, marking the official launch of the EUonAIR European Alliance project. My university, Abat Oliba CEU University, has many positive aspects, but if I had to highlight just one, I think we'd highlight its values for citizens, for people. We are and we feel Europeans, and we understand that the arrival of artificial intelligence is not a milestone or a fad. AI is here to stay, and we are happy that it is. We pride ourselves on working with and for AI because we have no doubt that it is a tool to help people and citizens. We understand that this project is a great potential for develop universities with a new view, with some new goals. I'm convinced that Spain and Europe needs a new kind of university, and it is possible that AI can be the tool for transform the higher education. It is not a pipe dream to think that artificial intelligence will unite and transform the European University for the benefit of the students, the staff, and of course, the society. We believe that universities must not only serve the immediate communities, but must also act as a bridge between nations, ideas, and cultures. Leading change, especially technological change responsibly, is part of our DNA. For Abat Oliba CEU University and the CEU Group, internationalization is not simply one strategic goal. It is a very heart of our identity, a driving force that allows us to adapt, grow, and respond to the increasingly complex global challenge of our times. In today's world, where collaboration across borders is more important than ever, we are proud to reaffirm our commitment to fostering global partnerships, encouraging academic mobility, and actively contributing to the creation of a stronger, more resilient Europe. Today's kickoff of the EUonAIR project is an important milestone in this journey. Abat Oliba Ceu University is therefore proud to participate in this transfer project alongside other universities and collaborators. We are honored to work together with distinguished partner universities and institutions from across Europe, united by the shared vision of innovation, responsibility, excellence, and knowledge transfer. We are at the beginning of this work, and we spare no effort to ensure that EUonAIR project is a success. It is my pleasure to give the floor to the following speakers who will introduce the project in more detail and explain our role in shaping the university's professional and institutional landscapes, the opportunities of technology integration, and so the Europe of tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for this wonderful introduction, Mr. Shapiro, Mr. Barrera, and thank you, Rector. The next presentation will provide us with a general vision of a European alliance, the structure of EUonAIR, and the main goals and challenges of the project. It will be delivered by Sven Zibach, the Vice Rector for Quality Assurance, University Strategy and Internationalization at Abat Oliba Ceu University, and by Barbara Domaracka, Managing Director of EUonAIR at Koźmiński University. Welcome on stage.
Hello, good late morning or good early afternoon. I want to give my special thanks to Mr. Shapiro and Mr. Barrera, representatives of the European Commission and the European Parliament, to Arkady Gwal, director of the University Abat Oliba Ceu, to Ilona Kaudonska, General Consul of Poland in Barcelona, to Barbara Domaracka, who is with me today from Koźmiński University, to Jan Trong from ESSCA, who is a partner in our work package, and to Juan Francisco Jimenez, who is working with us at Universidad Abat Oliba Ceu, leading the work package 7, and my partner in crime at the university. I also want to give a warm welcome to all our other guests, representative of the CEU Educational Group, colleagues from the participating institutions that are here with us today, colleagues from Abat Oliba Ceu University, staff, friends, media. Hello, everyone. First of all, I would like to introduce the European Alliance project and give a little bit of a framework to what is going to come throughout the following 4 years. The European Alliance project has been created by the European Commission in order to create long-lasting relationships between higher education institutions from all over Europe. The idea is not only to provide possibilities to work together, to research together, and to educate together, but to create and promote active and lasting sustainable change. Furthermore, we believe that the idea of the Commission in the European Alliance project is not only to connect higher education institutions, but also through these institutions, the professional and institutional networks with which they are connected. The idea is not just to create a better education, but to create a stronger and better Europe. And what could be more important these days than to create a stronger and better Europe? Our University Abat Oliba Ceu is very much committed to the values of the European Union and the Alliance. And we believe that internationalization is a crucial element of our university strategy. We have or think about internationalization not only as a possibility to collaborate together, but to think and work together towards innovation, to think across our limits and boundaries, and to reflect on our failures and successes together with other institutions. As you know, EUonAIR is a project that is made of 10 universities from Poland, Germany, Croatia, Greece, France, Luxembourg, Lithuania, and Spain. Together, we are not only improving collaboration, but also addressing one of the greatest challenges of our time, which is change through technological innovation. In this case, artificial intelligence. We take artificial intelligence as the kind of category that at the moment represents this kind of technologically driven change that leads to innovation and transformation in society. What we try to do as a network is to work towards a responsible education, creation, transfer and application of artificial intelligence within our societies across educational, political, social, and economic boundaries. Artificial intelligence today is not just a technological phenomenon. It defines the scale and nature of the transformation we are living through at the moment. At a deeper level, AI symbolizes a broader shift. Technological change has and will come always, and we have to learn how to implement that technological change. It gives us also the possibility to imagine society and politics differently, to build new futures, and to rethink what Europe can and will look like in the future. What we have learned is simple and powerful. Technological change will happen whether we are ready or not. But through meaningful education and what we call embedded AI media literacy and conscious integration, it can shift from being a challenge to become a driver of useful and meaningful innovation. We commit ourselves to being a valid and trusted partner for change, together with all the members of our network, and to link academia with professional practice. With a strong tradition in educational excellence and social responsibility, Abad Oliba CEU University and the CEU Educational Group is dedicated to collaborating actively with professional and institutional networks to ensure that innovation is not only a goal, but a reality that delivers sustainable, meaningful, and socially responsible value. I said artificial intelligence is the main part of this project, and I guess Barbara will explain a little bit more about this. But what I want to say is that we have made out of artificial intelligence an important part of all the different dimensions of the project. Artificial intelligence is a part of the campus, the My AI campus that we are going to build and create, and where we will work and educate together. Artificial intelligence will be part of the educative programs that will be facilitated through the campus. Artificial intelligence will serve to improve our administration and bureaucratic practices within the project in order to become more efficient. And artificial intelligence will also be used and facilitated to our professional and institutional partners in order to provide long-lasting and sustainable change. We will collaborate with companies, public and private institutions, public and private universities, and civil society to build a stronger European ecosystem that nurtures talent, fosters entrepreneurship, and drives meaningful societal and impact. Our goal is not simply to adapt to change, but to keep leadership in this change, consciously, responsibly, and inclusively. Today marks the beginning of an inspiring journey. I'm really excited to be here with you today. Thank you very much.
Welcome, everybody. Huge thank you for having me here, and thank you for the introduction, Sven and Małgosia. So I will bring a little bit of presentation. I hope it works. Yes, okay. It's a great pleasure to be here with you in Barcelona to introduce EUonAIR project, a European university alliance that redefines how we approach artificial intelligence in higher education, as already was mentioned. At the heart of this initiative lies a uniquely European values and models like inclusivity, shared governance, and ethical responsibility. These values are not just words, I would say. They are embedded in how our universities function and how we envision the role of technology in society. With a total budget over 14 million euros and support from the European Commission, thank you so much for having us here in Barcelona, EUonAIR is a bold step forward, ensuring that AI serves both academic excellence and social well-being. Who stands behind it? So there was mentioned our partners, we are talking about 11 ones, because we have also Swiss partner. He's joining our project. In the area where technology is advancing rapidly, university must lead with clarity and purpose. So that's why EUonAIR brings together 11 business, technological, and technical universities, but also over 30 associated partners from global network. It's a huge partnership. To create an educational future where AI is an enabler, not a disruptor, as we spoke yesterday. So when I am talking about EUonAIR, I would like you to remember 3 elements: personalized approach, employability, and balance AI and humans. Those 3 elements give us synergy from my point of view. Let's go a little bit deeper. So these 3 elements you can see in 3 elements you can see in those 6 pillars, which are the main core of our project: education and lifelong learning, providing AI education for students, faculty, and communities; inclusive governance, developing democratic, transparent university collaboration; open research and innovation, forming a global AI research network built on interdisciplinarity and openness; AI-enhanced mobility, promoting flexible, holistic mobility with a strong emphasis of return mobility; My AI University, which already was mentioned, our virtual hub for collaborative learning; and smart and green universities, which will be covered today by our partner ESSCA. And each pillar, so how those pillars manifest themselves. Let's get deeper a little bit. Tell me and I forget. Show me and I remember. Let me do and I understand. Who knows it? Oh, I see that you know it. So this timeless principle inspired the learning cycle with our consortium, I would say. We believe that meaningful learning emerges from experience, reflection, and action, which is why our joint educational efforts go far beyond the classrooms. Our consortium is actively working towards offering joint degrees, including pilot programs for European degree label. We are also co-developing micro-credentials that recognize students' mastery of specific AI-related skills. These flexible learning models are recognized across all our partners' institutions and help learners build relevant, future-ready competences. Also, seed funding in initiatives for early career researchers as our Center of Excellence will support small-scale collaborative projects, research visits, or interdisciplinary workshops across the Alliance. Let's move forward. Holistic mobility. Making mobility count. So also when you come back. Yesterday, we were talking about internalization. A huge part of it, it's a mobility. In our project, mobility isn't just about going abroad. It's also about what happens when you return. This way, we created the Holistic Mobility Support Center with a special focus on the return phase, which is often overlooked by key to long-term impact. At its core in this is the Migration Assessment Dashboard. Let me give you some more specific details about it. A Migration Assessment Dashboard helps students, staff reflect on the skills, experience, and insight gained abroad. It connects also mobility outcomes with career paths, academic goals, and personal growth. Also, it provides instant, anonymized feedback and supports the creation of strong mobility portfolios. This dashboard is a part of AI-assisted strategy to support full mobility journey for before, during, and after. It enables deeper understanding of the human, social, and psychological, also economical capital gained through mobility. By making the return phase meaningful and recognized, we strengthen the value of all mobility formats, virtual, blended, and physical. This will support our goal of reaching over 50% of students across the Alliance. Oh, sorry. Sorry. And here, let me highlight My AI University. Just as the Rosetta Stone marked a turning point in humanity's understanding of language and culture, My AI University aspires to become a lasting legacy, a reference point for generations to come for all of those engaged in shaping the future of higher education, students, academics, and university administrators. This digital space supports flexible real-time learning across institutions and borders. It brings together a course of catalogs, cloud-based tools, and shared infrastructure to enable innovation and accessible education. And here I think I need support because I would like to play a movie, but can I ask for technical? Yeah, if you can. Małgosia, could you please support me because I would like to play the movie which we have under this slide. Yeah. The slide with my university, with the couple. Yes, one. Exactly this one. And there should be play. Thank you.
Today we embark on a journey to discover how the European University Alliance EUonAIR is integrating generative AI into our educational systems. Inicjatywa ta ma na celu stworzenie inteligentniejszych i bardziej dostosowanych środowisk uczenia się, które odpowiadają na potrzeby współczesnych studentów. Durch die Nutzung von generativen KI streben wir danach, den Lehr- und Lernprozess zu personalisieren und zu optimieren. Technologie la manière dont les cours sont conçus, dispensés et évalués. L'aliança fomenta la col·laboració transfronterera entre universitats per compartir coneixements i recursos en IA. Mūsų tikslas – sudaryti galimybes mokytojams ir mokiniams iš visos Europos naudotis pažangiausiamis technologijomis. EUonAIR također podupire razvoj etičkih smjernica za upotrebu AI u akademskim postavkama. Τελικά, αυτή η πρωτοβουλία θα οδηγήσει στη δημιουργία ενός πιο δίκαιου, προσβάσιμου και ευρωπαϊκού εκπαιδευτικού πεδίου.
Thank you. The last one. No. Okay. And our work doesn't stop at university gates, also the virtual ones. What do you learn, discover, and experience through EUonAIR you can bring back to your local community to test your ideas, solve real problems, and contribute to the place where you live and work. Our consortium collaborates with national and regional policymakers to create spaces where universities and cities meet, from hackathons, acceleration program, to labs and smart universities. We'll hear more in the moment. In closing, I invite each of you to connect with EUonAIR. Whether you're a policymaker, educator, researcher, or student, your voice and experience are vital to shaping the future. Like was already said, let's work together to ensure that artificial intelligence enhances learning, empowers communities, and strengthens the values we stand for the Europe and beyond. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Sven and Barbara, for this interesting analysis from the perspective of both institutions. Now we will continue exploring goals and challenges of EUonAIR, focusing on work package 7, led by Abad Oliba CU University and ESSCA. This presentation will be delivered by Juan Francisco Jimenez and Jan Trung, Institutional Work Package 7 leaders. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody. And it's a pleasure to be here to introduce our work package, the work package 7, which is led by ESSCA from France, Lyon, and from the University Abad Oliba CU University. This work package is a really interesting and really important work package, I hope, in the Alliance, because it's a package very focused in the knowledge transfer. It's about to transform the participating cities and regions into smarter, more sustainable and collaborative environments by interacting universities with local actors through solutions based on responsible AI. let me introduce briefly our university. Our university, Abat Oliba CEU University, is take part of another of a larger group who is leading the educational group in the country, which is CEU, which is the CEU. Abat Oliba University is one of the 4 universities of this group, along with CEU San Pablo University in Madrid, CEU Cardenal Herrera University in Valencia, and CEU Fernando III University in Sevilla, our newest university. We are specialized in training. We are structured by 3 faculties: the Faculty of Law and Business, Faculty of Health and Life Science, a very big project we are leading, the Faculty, finally, of Communication, Education and Humanities. And we have a very strong international vocation. We have, at this moment, 30 nationalities on campus. Sometimes every semester it changes, and it could be more, and agreements with universities in over 35 countries along with Asia, Europe, and America. Now I would like to introduce you about the contributions that our university will make in this package along with ESSCA, but specifically we will establish a cross-border committee of experts to foster urban innovation, governance, and AI-driven sustainability. Secondly, the second more important thing we will develop will be strengthen urban innovation by mapping and engaging local communities, forming partnerships with NGOs and startups, and organizing knowledge meeting places as hackathons and other knowledge transfer spaces that they have mentioned before. We want also to promote student engagement through research programs, urban innovation challenger regarding smart city topics. These actions enhance collaboration and community participation across the regions that are going to take part in this alliance. And finally, to build a robust network partnership that will significantly contribute the collaborative development on sustainable and innovative green cities, which is one of the underlining important projects in this European alliance. A very demanding work package. We feel we are prepared for facing it with ESSCA. And now I would like to introduce you Jan Throne, that is going to explain his role in this Work Package 7.
Thank you for inviting me today to Barcelona for this kickoff. I'll also do a short presentation of ESSCA. ESSCA is one of the largest business schools in France. It's triple crown, which means that we have the triple accreditations in the business field. EQUIS, ESSB, and EMBA, and we've been triple crown for nearly over 20 years. This makes us one of the top institutions in France. We have campuses in France. So the main campus was in Angers, but now it tends to be a little bit smaller than the campus in Paris. So we have campuses in Angers, in Paris, in Lyon, Bordeaux, Aix-en-Provence, and Strasbourg. But we also have campuses abroad. So the 2 traditional ones were Budapest and Shanghai. And I think that they're 20 years old, or a little bit more than this. And we newly built 2 new campuses, one in Luxembourg and the other one in Malaga. We have a little bit over 8,000 students. A quarter of those are international students, and our students are required to have what we call the 3-continent experience before they graduate. So they have to do an exchange program or internships in 2 other continents than Europe in order to graduate. So we have a faculty of 185 professors. Nearly all of them are in the field of management. 95% of them have a PhD, and they also produce publications according to the standards of accreditators, EQUIS, ACB, and AMBA. We have over 200 partner universities around the world, which allows our students to exchange and also to receive students from abroad, from our partners. Regarding our contributions into Work Package 7, I'm sorry. I guess that we will repeat a little bit of this because Juan Francisco has already mentioned some of the tasks, but since we co-lead them, I'll repeat them so you know. So our task is, our work package is very much related to smart and green cities and universities. So we call it UniverCity because we want the universities to be connected to the city in which they're embedded. So that's what we, I think one of the main objectives of this work package is really to build this relationship between the cities and our universities so we can exchange knowledge, as Juan Francisco just said. So that requires the building of a robust network of partnerships with all the stakeholders in the city. So in our case, we have a very close relationship with the city of Lyon, Boulogne, and Angers. So Boulogne is in area of Paris. So they have signed an agreement with us so we can test some of our solutions and also involve them in major events that we organize in France. Recently, when we organized the hackathon, which involved many students from our partner universities, so the finals were presented in front of a member of the parliament, of the French parliament, and also a senator, and also the deputy city mayors of Boulogne and Angers. So we try to involve our stakeholders as much as possible. And obviously, because we are Erasmus Plus program, one of our main objectives is also to create joint academic programs with the partners and also organize projects to engage students into activities so that they can take ownership of our objectives and our task also. And also a last task is a little bit more technical and operational. It involves developing solutions for improving energy efficiency on our campuses. So this is led by our partner, another partner called EBS, European Business School. And that's it for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Juan Francisco and Jan, for your presentation of both universities and the Work Package 7. And now, having established a general vision of EUonAIR, I would like to welcome on stage Ilona Kałdońska, General Consul of Poland, who kindly accepted our invitation to pronounce a speech within the framework of this event.
Dear Directors Manuel Shapiro, Sergi Barrera, Director Arkady Gwalsala, Dear Vice Rector Sven Sibach, Dear Director of International Relations Małgorzata Śmigiel, Dear Representative of the Koźmiński University Barbara Domaracka, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. We are gathered today at a very important moment. Artificial intelligence is no longer a distant concept. It is already shaping the future of higher education, helping universities become smarter, greener, and more inclusive. The EUonAIR project, coordinated by the Koźmiński University, represents a groundbreaking step in this transformation. This initiative, in collaboration with partners from Europe and America, aims to revolutionize higher education through responsible AI integration. The goal is to create an advanced virtual campus, foster student mobility, and set ethical standards for AI use in academia. At the forefront of this vision is the Universidad Abad Oliva CEU, which leads the Smart and Green Universities initiative. This area focuses not only on the digitalization of education, but also on implementing the smart solutions that reduce environmental impact, making our universities more sustainable places of learning. Poland leads the presidency of the EU Council this semester, so let me talk very briefly on the priorities in the field of digitalization and higher education. Poland's presidency of the Council of the European Union comes as a critical time for Europe. As we navigate the challenges posed by Russia's aggression against Ukraine and growing geopolitical tensions, Europe must strengthen its defense capacities and safeguard its democratic foundations. In response to these challenges, the Polish presidency has set key priorities, not only in the field of defense, but also in digital field, higher education, research and innovation. These priorities aim to enhance Europe's educational and scientific landscape, ensuring it remains competitive, inclusive, and forward-thinking. The Polish presidency of the EU Council in the digital field focuses on cybersecurity, AI, consistent implementation of already existing regulations, and developing relations with other countries from around the world, because technology is being developed globally today. In Europe, we need simplification of procedures, a common digital market, and strategic investment in technologies, especially artificial intelligence. As far as cybersecurity is concerned, during its presidency, Poland aims to strengthen the European Union's resilience by developing a comprehensive and horizontal approach to cybersecurity. A key goal will be the creation of a unified model for responding to large-scale incidents and a system for reporting all incidents. Poland is working on updating the EU coordination framework of cybersecurity crisis, cyber blueprint, and improving cooperation between the civil and military sectors. In the area of higher education, Poland is championing inclusivity with a strong focus on a social dimension of education. This includes addressing issues such as the mental health of students, the role of women in science, and promoting science, technology, engineering, mathematics education. The development of European university alliances is another key priority, strengthening cooperation among universities across the EU to boost the competitiveness of our educational system. In research and innovation, the Polish presidency prioritizes open science and the practical application of artificial intelligence. By accelerating AI research, Poland will reinforce its position as a global leader in innovation while fostering international collaboration. As we look to the future, the EUonAIR project embodies the kind of transformation we need. It is a vision where AI not only enhances the educational experiences, but does so in a way that respects human values. It's a future where universities are both models for sustainability and hubs of innovation, and where knowledge flows freely across borders. Today, we stand on the brink of this exciting transformation. Let us embrace the opportunity to build a more inclusive, intelligent, and responsible education system, one that empowers students, advances research, and upholds our shared values. Thank you to Universidad Seu for leading this innovative initiative and inviting us to be part of this journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Consul, for this interesting presentation and connecting the Polish presidency of the Council of the European Union with the importance and impact of the EUonAIR Alliance coordinated by a Polish institution. Dziękujemy bardzo. And now, after having listened to all these wonderful and revealing contributions, I would like to thank very warmly all our speakers, all our guests for your participation, presence, and interest in our kickoff event, and also to the seat of the European Parliament and the seat of the European Commission in Barcelona for sharing with us this prestigious location. We hope both this meeting and our activities within EUonAIR will be beneficial and enriching on a regional, national, and international level. And now we are very happy to invite you for a light lunch and a glass of wine. Thank you very much.